So David, historically, you'd see varying types of incentive compensation programs depending upon the type of company, the nature of the industry that they operated in. But now that we're seeing the modern workforce evolve, the whole gig economy continue to grow and grow, and it's increasing kind of the talent war, are you seeing potentially a more aggressive approach to incentive compensation and an evolution in how incentive compensation is designed?
Absolutely. At eBay, we've done extensive research with our peers to see how they are moving their incentive programs forward. And for example, a couple of years ago, we moved to quarterly based vesting. Historically, we had 4 years that were on an annual cycle, 25% of the award vested each year. And now we moved to quarterly awards where employees receive a slice of the pie sooner in the life cycle of the award. And this has been great in attracting talent.
Sure, makes good sense, makes good sense. You know, the entry of Gen Z into the workforce is really obviously creating new challenges, kind of given the aspirations of the young people that are entering the workforce. As incentive compensation normally has been tied to kind of an extended tenure with the organization, but the viewpoint of the new generation coming into the workforce is much shorter in time span. How is that affecting how you design incentive compensation programs for this new workforce?
We've had to articulate our compensation philosophy very clearly. So that these employees know exactly what it's going to take to get promoted, what it's going to take to get increases in base pay, increases in long-term incentive packages, supplemental awards. And so by doing that, we've actually been able to show that we pay for performance. It's not going to be a lockstep approach where you're at a certain level and that's what you're locked into. It's actually more of a pay for a performance model, and it's worked, and I think it's resonated with this Gen Z population as well as the millennial population.
Right, so more of a meritocracy.
More of a meritocracy.
Absolutely. Yep. As you know, incentive compensation traditionally has been kind of either cash or stock. But again, given the changes in the workforce, how companies are evolving, how motivations of the workforce are evolving, are you finding that there are now different performance metrics or measures that companies are looking at given this change in the workforce, or is it still kind of the same focus, cash, stock, and just how you build that a little bit differently?
Well, first, in terms of how does an individual receive increases in pay, how are they reviewed in terms of their talent? We're bringing in other factors that haven't historically been in the talent review matrix. So for instance, we're putting greater emphasis on our diversity and inclusion initiatives, greater emphasis on individuals that represent our cultural values in terms of thinking outside the box, and have attached pay incentive to align with that.
So I'm going to ask you to gaze into your crystal ball and maybe look out over a 5-year period. Where direction do you think incentive compensation is going, given all of these changes that are occurring?
I think in Silicon Valley we have a very unique issue, and we're recognizing it, that it's hard to buy a home. And so we've actually looked into programs that aid our employees in buying a home out in Silicon Valley. So we're looking at home loan programs. The other big one is the student loan forgiveness, and figuring out how to help this new generation of workers pay down their student loan debts. And so we're looking into programs that companies actually we can partner with to help employees meet these financial burdens. It relieves stress for them, it makes them better employees. It's a win-win for both the employee and for our company.
No, very progressive programs, and obviously resonate with new Americans coming into the workforce these days.
Absolutely.
Yeah.